Hollywood lashing out against conservatives. Liberals lining up to demand a boycott on filming in Georgia over the state's heartbeat abortion law. But their plans already starting to fizzle out. Actors and some small production companies say they won't work in the state, but big studios aren't budging. And Alyssa Milano is being mocked for taking things a little step farther. The actress actually called for a sex strike to protest Georgia's abortion law. Greg, I don't think women understand the power they have with the sex strike thing.
Yes, they do. Why do you think she...
I know, but I mean, if this thing caught on, I honestly think if the right people had a sex strike, we could do the China trade deal next week.
Okay, this is a very, very old idea. It's based on a play, and I think I've seen it in a movie where they try to get people to quit smoking by not having sex. But this is misogyny, actually, because Alyssa Milano is demanding women to forfeit their own choice to engage in a pleasurable behavior under the assumption, and get this, under the assumption that sex is a reward for men, not fun or rewarding for women. So it's actually an incredibly old-fashioned sexist point of view.
Men should throw a sex strike?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think that would work?
I do that when I go bowling.
Do you think that will solve the China trade deal?
No, I don't think so.
Count me out.
All right, Dana, what do you think's going on down there in Georgia?
Well, I think that the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah.
You know
Her name's Alyssa Milano.
Here's the thing I would say to states. You don't need these guys. You don't need to bend over backwards to invite the movie industry into your state. The best way to get people to move to your state is to cut taxes, streamline your regulations, have good law and order, and good schools. That's it. And then you don't have to have these shenanigans and these people threatening you because your state legislature passed a bill that was representative of what the constituents asked for.
And these boycotts don't work. Even one of the Democrats in the state said, I have constituents, Juan, who benefit from the film industry in Georgia. Instead of boycotting, let's just take back the House and the Senate next election.
That makes sense, but I think what you're seeing here, I've said before, is an effort by people in the pro-life movement to circumvent Roe v. Wade with these heartbeat laws that are now in so many state legislatures. I think you're up to 6 or so. But the point to me is, you know, boycotts are American tradition. We know this wide and far. We just saw one when people were saying, oh, these NFL players, why are they kneeling? Let's not watch the NFL for a while. Well, it worked for a while, but that's their right. They can watch what they want or not watch. And people who want to say that they really don't like the fact that a woman's right to choose is being so politicized in these southern states for the most part, you know what? They have a right to also say this is wrong. So let them go.
Lisa.
Well, I think you have a lot of pro-lifers applauding Alyssa Milano because it's less people that would be apt to have abortions that are going to be, you know, having children and getting pregnant. But I'll say one thing that's interesting about the heartbeat law to me is that it gives full legal rights to unborn children, right? And so obviously there's a legal significance to that, but also just a conversational significance in the way that we talk about an unborn child, because the left goes to great lengths to dehumanize that unborn child in a woman's stomach, right? They say that it's a lump of cells. They say that a CNN commenter recently said that an unborn child is not a human, right? And they do that because it's easier to abort something if you dehumanize it and you take away the fact that this is a unique life living in a woman's womb. And so I think there's a shifting in the way that we converse about abortion, particularly on the heels of Ralph Northam's comments, as well as the New York law regarding third trimester abortions. And I think Republicans should welcome these conversations.